Well, when China is making responsible financial decisions and it's Wall Street throwing a fit because of it, we'll explain next. Well, the market finishing off a tumultuous week on a down note, stocks falling in part to news on China's central bank will force banks to reduce lending and increase the reserve levels. Our Seetharaman is the CEO of Doha Bank, one of the biggest banks in the Middle East. He says China is making a responsible decision. Welcome. Well, if that's so responsible, why such a negative reaction in the U.S. markets?
Today, the capital market is focused on short term. The long term, China wants a soft landing. Precisely the reason why they have taken the right decision. Clearly, they want to contain the inflation. They want to improve the risk profile of the financial institutions. They also want to make sure liquidity is abundant. So it's a classic move. It's a strategic direction. China has to manage it in terms of fiscal as well as monetary.
And you like the way they're handling it so far?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
What do you make, I've had this debate with a lot of people over the last couple of weeks, that China is a bubble that is just absolutely doomed. If you look at what's happening in Beijing, for instance, the average income is $7,000 a year. The average home is $250,000 or something like that. It just doesn't make sense, and it's doomed.
Clearly, this is a change in market preference. There are changing business trends. There are changing technology trends. There's a consumerism. You have all integrating in China. Clearly, the purchasing power is huge. As a huge market, the world has to resort. The change in market preference has to be accepted by the global community. The rest are all speculations. They have consistently demonstrated over 10% growth till 2008. And again, clearly, it's emerging to be an important powerhouse. The world has to recognize this change. The world has to accept China as a major commercial powerhouse. And that's what the acceptance is all about. And the world has to realign with China.
Well, I get the sense, if you think about it, commodities go down whenever there's anything in China. The U.S. market goes down. So apparently, whether a lot of people get it or not, it seems like the markets get it, that China right now, in my opinion, must be the straw that's stirring the global economic drink. In other words, it's China that's leading the way.
Absolutely. This is a change in phase of the world. Clearly, emerging markets are scoring extremely well. Look at the incremental GDP, even year 2009. Significant portion, 60-62% came out of the BRIC countries, and China is playing an important role.
So what does this mean for America? We see the turmoil in Europe this week, and it just looks like, you look at the deficits, you look at the birth rates, you look at the aging populations, you look at the pensions. It looks like an ultimate basket case that's just it's doomed. America seems to be somewhere between Europe and the emerging markets.
America still leads the world. There's no question about it. It's a $13 trillion economy. It's got a very strong and functional political dynamic system. The constitution is profound, and clearly the road ahead is turbulent, but definitely it will come out of the crisis. Clearly, you have intrinsic strength in terms of revenue generations, copyright, intellectual property. The world has to recognize there is one single power which has always been demonstrating consistently, even out of crisis. Throughout the crisis, dollar was strong. Again, dollar got weakened. Look at the current context. Dollar index is moving in the right directions. Right. So people have to repose confidence on the U.S. Treasury, and that's the way out.
Seetha, before I let you go, it's interesting. You mentioned the Constitution. Does that really play a big role in America's economic stand around the world?
The consumer confidence.
I thought you meant our Constitution as well, but consumer confidence.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The global central banks have got confidence in dollar. They will continue to have confidence in the current context. Clearly, the reflection is there in the investment as well. So it's a good recognition for the U.S.
Are you putting money in America right now?
It is. The change in market.
Yeah? Are you guys investing?
Looking at options as such, yes.
Okay. Very nice seeing you. You're always so sharp and dapper. Enjoy the rest of your stay in New York.
Thank you, Charles.
All right, buddy.